Well, hi, good afternoon. This is hour 2 of the fun we call Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole, and the number is 888-KFWB-980, 888-539-2980. This is a place where we talk about that home of yours. And if it's an apartment, if it's a condo, if it's a big house, a small house, anything in between, we want to help you enjoy it more, because I really think that when you do, it doesn't have to be a big thing either. It could be a little thing. Inside or outside, all of a sudden when you come home, you get that, what I call the experience. You feel like you can truly unwind and just really enjoy your life and enjoy that space with those that you love. So I thank you for being here with us on this Labor Day weekend, and really what a great weekend to tackle some of these things, right? There's so many to-dos, and so you can, of course, call on in and share what you're up to this weekend, because I love hearing what you're going to be tackling. And maybe if you're thinking about doing something to the garden, it's hard for me to believe that September is here. I mean, what the heck is that? You know that after Labor Day weekend, all of a sudden it's going to be Halloween, and then it's going to be Thanksgiving, and it's going to be Christmas, and then, well, it's going to be the Rose Parade. You know, and in fact, coming up in just a few weeks, they're going to be selecting the new Rose Court. And of course, you know, that means you have to have the Rose Parade wave down. You know what that is? It's either washing the windows or unscrewing a light bulb. That's the official wave. But you know that it's all going to happen so quickly, and so I like to savor every moment I can, especially in the garden. And so very soon we're going to be talking with one of the premier gardening experts on what we should be doing for September, the to-dos, the to-don'ts, what are they, why, and how to enjoy all of those beautiful landscaping plantings that you have. And if you don't have them, I know if those of you are saying, I don't have any space, I don't have a green thumb. Well, how do you get a green thumb? We're going to find all that out in just a moment. Now, just let me remind you, too, as you're hearing all these good things, like you were hearing our friend from Bunhams and Butterfields. And by the way, remember, it is the last Wednesday of every month where you can bring 5 things that you own and have that appraised for free. If you missed that part, you just go to bunhams.com and you'll find their address there on Sunset Boulevard. But how cool. You can basically bring some of those nice pieces of yours, or if it's just too big, you can't even haul it down there, you can take a picture or a few of them. And again, the last Wednesday of every month, 5 things for free. I mean, what a deal. So that's cool. But as you're hearing that, maybe you heard part of our talk with Andrew from Bunhams and Butterfields, or soon you'll be hearing our chat about gardening, and you go, wow, if I only had a chance to hear that again, I missed it. Oh, darn it. I was in the car. I was getting out of the car. Don't worry. Just go back to the website. Go to cindydole.com, cindydole.com. And then you click on the on-air section. You can put in search, topics, whatever. But you'll be able to hear today's show by Monday night, I promise. But in today, tomorrow, and Monday, as you're doing things, you'll find all kinds of great tips and topics from all of our past shows, like dog safety. We learned about the different toxic plants that might be affecting your dogs. And the list goes on. So just go to cindydole.com. And the only rule is that you gotta, well, if you can, email me and let me know what you're up to. I'd love to hear the things you're up to around your house and what kind of questions you might have. And also, throughout the week, I hope you'll check out our new forum. It's a lot of fun. It's a chance also to exchange information 24/7 tied to the home and the garden. It's right there on the website. Look to the upper right. It says join the chat, or you can also just go directly yourhomewithcindy.com. And I think you'll have a lot of fun. Everything from design to going green to gardening and products and all the things that we love. All right. So let's get to it. Let's get to the garden, because it is September. And believe it or not, the calendar may say that summer is almost over, but we're going to have one last blast in the garden. So it is September. I mean, I still can't believe it. Anyways, it's the weekend to kind of say goodbye to summer. It's back to school time for a lot of parents saying yes. And soon all those other things that are becoming. But the question is, what about the garden? And, it still is a nice time to bring in some more color so you enjoy it all the way for many more months to come, and get some more veggies in the ground. And with me is a woman who writes about it, talks about it, and she has been named Southern California's Horticulturist of the Year, Yvonne Savio. Thanks for being here.
Glad to be here. Always glad to talk gardening.
And I love, we have just to kind of paint a picture that on your watch band is ladybugs.
Of course.
I have ladybugs in my refrigerator.
In or on?
I have them inside in a container.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever learned that trick?
Sure.
Right now they're hibernating because I told them I'm not ready for them yet. Mm-hmm. But then we're going to put them out on the roses to do their thing and get the aphids.
Right.
So it's clearly marked. Don't worry, we're not putting ladybugs in our salad. But they're there, and it's kind of funny. You see this little clear container, the ladybugs, and they're they're definitely napping. But you love all things garden. I mean, you got the ladybug, you got a plant T-shirt, blouse on. And how did you become Horticulturist of the Year? I mean, obviously you're very skilled and talented and popular.
Well, the Southern California Horticultural Society are the ones that decided that this year was the time for edibles and to celebrate gardeners concentrating on edibles. But also our program has been established for some 35 years, funded by the USDA, specifically to help low-income folks grow more food.
And explain what that program is.
It's Common Ground.
See, that's why I chose Higher Ground Song. You get that? You got the Higher Ground, Common Ground.
Right.
So it's called Common Ground, and it helps how?
Well, it's part of the University of California Cooperative Extension, which is the part of the university that kind of translates all that scientific stuff, all the research that is done by the UC staff and researchers. And we, in Cooperative Extension, we translate that into information that's specifically usable by home gardeners. For example, how to plant a tree, how to plant a shrub, when the best time is to do anything in the garden. And one of the things on our website, I have a month-to-month guide, what to do in the garden, but it's describing why you need to do that then, not just a list of stuff, because that doesn't mean much, especially for beginning gardeners. But I make a point of really describing why you do things and at that time of year, and with the hopes that then the person will kind of understand, oh, now I see.
Well, it's kind of like when we're kids. You know, what's one of the first words you learn besides no? Why?
Right.
Why?
And you use it for everything, yes.
So you're going to help us get smart. In fact, we're going to ask you a lot of whys here today. But before we get to that good stuff, have you always been someone with a green thumb? Yeah?
Well, I don't like using the judgment of someone having a green thumb or not. I prefer to see it as somebody just hasn't found the little bits of tricks that makes it easy for them to grow something.
How PC of you.
Well, I think it's more human considerations.
Well, you know what it is? Because I think no matter how skilled you are as a gardener, right, you always might have that doubt, and you always might mess up somewhere, and then you feel terrible about it.
Oh, you will. That's one of the first things that I alert our new Master Gardener class every year. I have killed more plants than they ever even knew existed. And that's the point. You're just playing in the garden. You're having a great time. And some things don't make it, not because of you necessarily. And so don't get into this guilt thing about not having a green thumb. Hey, just have a great time in the garden. You're playing with it. You're just trying new stuff. And sometimes the magic works and sometimes it doesn't. So don't get upset about it. And certainly don't judge yourself about it.
We're going to call you Dr. Yvonne.
Oh.
No, seriously, because there is a little bit of psychology here going, because I think that psychologically, many of us, when we go to the nursery or our favorite place to buy plants, or then when we're just, doing whatever we are with our patio and our yard, we go, now, are we doing the right thing? And then you might even freeze up and go, oh, I don't know. Help me, Yvonne.
Well, all you need to do, there's usually at independent nurseries and some of the large chains like Southern California, we have Armstrong's and Green Thumb. They have certified nursery people who have gone through a tremendous amount of training, and they can answer your questions. And several years ago, Common Ground worked with quite a few of the local nurseries to provide brochures that they could have on hand that answered some of those basic questions, so that the staff didn't need to keep repeating, well, this is how you plant a rose, or this is how you prune a tree. We had that information available. So they could really help with some of the more specialized needs that people have. But generally, that personnel at that nursery is really knowledgeable.
Well,
and
you're
they will
knowledgeable
help.
right here. I mean, we don't have to go to the nursery. We can just
No.
talk to you. In fact, if you are near a phone, I know you have one right there glued, do you? The number is 888-539-2980, 888-KFWB-980. More talk about the garden and what you should be planting right now, this weekend for September, the gardening to-dos. That's next on Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole. Don't you go away.